and you're tapping the microphone at the start of the
I was
episode.
just testing, mate. Hello. Welcome to the podcast. How good?
How good?
Hello, good people of the world. We are back.
Of the world. Ambitious.
Of the world.
We're back
well,
for another
technically
week.
It is the world.
Yeah,
In some aspects.
It is. Thanks to the internet, you know.
What did you say? Like, is it 50% New Zealand and then...
I looked it up.
Was it something like that? It was like 60
I can
or...
quickly look it up for you guys. But from memory, it was something like...
Well, and then you said your friend in, like, Switzerland was, like, most of it.
Yep, she's from Switzerland. And
She was most of it.
She's watched all of our episodes.
Good on her. Biggest fan, then.
Biggest
There you
fan.
go.
So anyway, Liam, do you want to run through a little recap?
Yes, I will talk about what we've done so far, what we plan to do, and what's happening in this episode, actually. So, from the first 3 episodes, we've accumulated, like, I think, 400 plus views or something.
Yeah.
Which for us is like, holy shit, we were expecting like 20 views an episode. So, I think we're up to 217 on the first one.
217?
Which is
Fuck.
quite a lot. I mean, I'm pretty stoked with that number. That's a pretty good number.
It's a lot more than I was
It's
expecting.
a
to be
lot
honest,
more than
bro.
what we were expecting.
Yeah.
Way more.
Um,
Yeah, it's 218 first one, 104 second one, 91 third one.
Jesus. 91.
Yeah, we got 1.8 thousand minutes watched.
That's pretty good.
That's alright.
I'm
For 3
stoked
episodes.
with that.
That's a pretty good number for 3
Yeah.
episodes. So,
Yeah.
well, we're happy about that. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
listening.
thanks for tuning in. I was going to say this at the start of this episode this time, just in case people don't make it all the way to the end, but please give us feedback.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we can ask people and say, like, oh, what do you think? But we really want people to just, like, message us and tell us, like, what
Yeah.
they want us to...
You can drop comments in.
Yeah. We'd do that at the start of the episode because... Well, I'd say it at the start of the episode because we don't even know how many people make it to the...
listen to the end.
You got to watch all the way to the end. And what else? Today's episode, we have our first segment
Yes.
that we have planned. So we're doing, I think, around the middle of the episode, we'll do like a beer segment.
Yep. I'm going to run through how that's going to go
Yeah,
down.
Mitchell, last up.
So I'll give you a little run through. At the end of the day, we'll probably do it at the same time when it comes about. But we got 6 different beers. We got 2 from Japan, 2 from Europe, and then we got 2 pale ales.
From New Zealand, actually.
Yes, from they're New Zealand.
They're New Zealand
Behemoth
pale
is
ale.
New
Yeah,
Zealand,
Behemoth.
Oh, didn't know that.
So,
And so anyway, we got obviously the first task is you got to guess the correct beer. We don't know what beer is in each cup, by the way. And then you get extra points for guessing which what do you say, bracket or
which region? I
region?
guess?
Yeah, which region the beer is from.
Japan, Europe, or
Yeah.
I guess
New Zealand.
It's not really New Zealand because it's Indian pale ale and American pale ale.
That's true.
True.
But I guess
That's in
those
the
are more
name.
of a craft beer,
Yeah.
aren't they? So
Yeah.
I mean, when you guess APA, it's going to be like, Austria Pale Ale? No, that's not going to happen. So it's like,
no, if you mess up the pale ales, then you know you haven't really been drinking beer because they are a much stronger drink.
Those might be the ones I fuck up, to be honest.
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes down, eh? Maybe it's going to be harder than we think, which will be fun to figure out.
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 perfect categories for us. Like
Yeah.
3 different types. Because
Starting
like,
easy.
you're obviously half Japanese, so
Right.
you're riding on the Japanese.
I
wave.
should
You like-
get
I'm half
get
Japanese
those
as well.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Wow. Well, he did karates, you know. So
Yeah.
And I was gonna say you like lager,
Yeah, I definitely
which is
like
like
that.
He's a
Krombacher
lager man. I
don't
you're
know
the
if I
you're
pronounced that.
a pale ale guy.
I like the
Krombacher?
craft beers, so
Stella Artois.
it's like right up.
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
real fucking shit start if I fuck up the Stella's, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Is this Heineken?
And why don't we keep a score for segments?
We can.
So
Yeah,
So we'll
definitely.
have a leaderboard.
a leaderboard.
That's a good
great.
idea, man.
Yeah.
Sounds
Brilliant.
good.
Yeah.
Um,
So
And what else? I guess I should say what else we got coming in the future. We're gonna start video ones soon.
Yeah, at some point. We don't
Some
know
point.
when.
We don't have a timeline on when we're gonna start doing video recordings because it's
Yeah.
such big files and
when I get a haircut as well.
yeah.
I
You
guess.
can't see Josh with this haircut. My God.
Need to get the rig out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Half naked strip.
Yeah, we always pod in our underwear.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear,
That's why
You
we're not
couldn't tell.
videoing.
we'll,
That's
we'll
why.
put our
Sitting here in
clothes
Hello
on.
Kitty
all the-
pajamas.
Yeah.
Drinking my Orchard Thieves fucking cider.
Orchard Thieves, man.
Berry, by the way. Great beer, by the way. Or cider. Cider, not really beer. Cider. We're gonna start talking
Yeah.
about beer again at the start of the podcast.
No, yeah, we'll get to
We
that.
should
later.
probably no. We should do
Nah.
something else.
Well, you had a good topic you want to discuss, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, what's happened this week, boys?
Oh, yeah, we
Anything?
a weekly recap.
Yeah, weekly. Anything
recap.
fun this week?
Well, I was working quite a bit this week. I
Yep.
kept running on some interesting people, but driving home from work yesterday. So I'm driving in the fast lane, and I'm going about like, if there's any cops watching, I was going about 110, the fast lane.
That's 120 actually.
110. That's legal.
That's legal. That's legal.
110.
No, 110 is like
'Cause-
the speed you can get to. Like you can't go
Yeah.
past 110. If you go past 110, that's when a cop's gonna be like,
Is it
Exactly.
110 if you're passing?
No, that's the unofficial speed limit. It's really
unofficial
110.
speed limit.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was going 110 in the fast lane.
Was this whole story based around you being a badass? Badass?
A badass. Excuse me. Not really. No. So I actually almost died. So
Wow.
I'm driving in the fast lane, and this dude in front of me is like driving some SUV or something like that, some
Yeah.
really posh SUV. He's like far away, and you know those times when you're like going. I was driving from like Whangaparo back, so it was like a 35-minute drive already, and I was just kind of like lazy eyeing it, like you're expecting just
Yeah, you're on
ride
like
it.
autopilot on the way home.
You're expecting to ride it all the way back in the fast lane, and
Right.
then all of a sudden I like kind of like come back, and he's like slowed all the way down to about 70 in the fast lane.
Oh, what a prick.
And so I like braked, I like slammed, all my work gear just like flew through the car. And then I had to swerve out of the lane into the lane on the left. I pass him, I look to my right, and there he is,
On his phone.
gulping on his phone
Really? What did
in
he
the
slow?
fast lane.
What did he slow down for then?
Probably just to look at his phone. You know, you just like
Text, bro.
unconsciously slow down
Yeah.
from like
Fucking-
being distracted on your phone.
Dude. The amount of times I've seen people on their phone, man.
Yeah.
Like when they're
Oh,
driving.
it's terrible. It's
Sometimes
terrible.
I will admit, there's a few times I've been on my phone.
Well, it's just a change song.
But
The o-
I don't
yeah,
do it
that's
when I'm
the
in the
only
phone.
I only
Yeah.
use my phone at lights
Yeah.
to change songs, and I got like dials to change the song anyway, so
Yeah.
I put it on shuffle.
Yeah, I got that little magnet thing that I put into like the vent.
Yeah,
So like you can like clip your phone and magnetize. So
Yeah.
like if you want a GPS or anything, you just chuck it up there and you can see it, bro.
That's
It's so
good,
much
yeah.
better.
Yeah.
So
Because you're not
useful,
looking
man.
down, away from
Yeah,
it.
you just like literally look to the right of your wheel. Boom.
Yeah.
It's like there. It's
Yeah.
fucking good, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I almost died. I wouldn't have been here for the 4th episode if I didn't slow down and realize he was
Wow.
an idiot.
We still would have done one, mate. In your spirit.
Yeah, I would have been here.
If we got the recording software up and
Yeah.
ready.
Steal my laptop.
Damn.
Just sitting there with our phones, just, oh, yeah, welcome to the podcast.
So that's probably the most eventful thing that's happened for me this week.
Wow.
Oh, actually, I got a job interview tomorrow.
Fucking bravo.
I got as a data engineer at a place. So hopefully by the next podcast I
Right.
might have a job.
So what do they do? Data
So-
engineers.
Interesting enough, they're human behavior. So basically,
Really?
we've been doing.
Why is
for,
it
like,
called data engineer then?
So
Human data?
They take.
Well, yeah.
Right.
They essentially take. I won't say the company just in case.
Yep.
They essentially take survey data from humans.
Hmm.
Given I don't know what the context is, could be something, and then the data engineers use that data from the surveys. They extract the data, they manipulate it, and then build models and automation algorithms to fit market researchers.
Shit.
So essentially, I think what Zach would do would like how he does advertising, right?
Yep.
That's a lot of market research and stuff. So that's actually modeled from like what data engineers extract from like surveys, etc.
So you're going to be giving him the data he needs to do his job, essentially, in a
in a
type of way.
In a sense, I don't actually know if that's what he does. I know he does. He's inside the advertising thing.
If
So
I'm honest, I don't actually really know what he
yeah,
does.
he does advertising. So, but
Sorry,
it's,
Zach.
it's definitely the job would be extracting data and then modeling it to fit
Yep.
market researchers, and they use that data that we model to work
Wow.
on their products and stuff.
Do you feel like you're prepared for that?
For the interview, I like from what I read on the page that I applied on is like stuff that I'm very familiar with.
Okay.
So
That's good.
Comfortable talking about.
yeah, so I can sit there, I can look the guy in the eyes, and
Yeah, that's always good.
Talk shit.
Yeah.
talk shit essentially. Yeah,
Because
that's what you do at interviews.
Yeah, you lies. White lie.
Mm.
White lies.
Because
When you see something-
Are you
yes.
capable of this work? Of course I am.
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
Yeah, I took an entrepreneurship degree, and whenever I look through like the job postings and like what's required of the job, I always feel like I haven't learned that specific thing of what to do. So
But isn't entrepreneurship like you start your own sort of...
yeah, exactly.
Business?
So I don't really know what what kind of job you'd get other than starting your own business.
So good podcast.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, you can start the clothing line. You can start the merchandise.
Oh, should we talk about that? The potential of how good.
are we having a
We'll
clothing line?
we'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. We'll talk about it later.
Well, if you want,
We'll
to
just
talk
give
about
you
it
a
again,
nice little cock tease, everyone that's listening. So,
just slip it in there.
but that's all you're gonna get
Yeah, that's it
for now.
See ya.
Sorry, guys. Continue
No,
what you're saying. Sorry, we're talking about cutting.
I
off
finished
and-
what I was saying, but I'll tell you a different thing.
Hmm?
And that is that I had a friend's birthday on Friday.
Yep.
Valentine's Day.
No, Saturday, actually.
You went
No,
on no,
Friday.
Saturday.
Friday.
I mean Friday. It was
You're
Friday.
right. Sorry, you just creeped me out by implying that we went out on a Valentine's date
That's
together.
fine.
But we ended up going to the casino
It's
after.
not gay.
We went to the casino afterwards, and
Token.
yeah, which I've been there a
Few
few
times.
times since I've been back, but
Couple times.
only lost
Well,
$15
just
this time. So, and then I went upstairs. There's like this baccarat room,
A what?
and all the Chinese people
water
they
out
play
room?
baccarat.
Baccarat.
Oh, that's
Baccarat is like a Chinese gambling game.
Is that the one with like the domino looking things?
I think
might be
the
thinking-
table is domino-ish,
Okay.
like where that you put the cards down.
Okay, no, that's not what I'm thinking of then.
But it's really, really weird. Like, I think basically all you do is you bet on the dealer winning or the player winning,
Okay.
or a tie.
Yeah.
And there's no input from the player. So you bet on it, and basically the dealer will deal cards, and then you look at the cards, and there's a Chinese superstition that you're supposed to like slowly peek at the card, not too quickly, but you're supposed to slowly peek at your card
Right.
to get the right card that you need to win the hand. And so basically all you're doing is just looking at what's dealt to be able to tell whether you won or not. And so baccarat is I don't really know why it's such a big game, but we were upstairs, which is I guess like a special room, and these people had yellow chips, and I've been to the casino maybe like 4 or 5 times, not a lot of times, but I've never seen these yellow chips.
Just a few.
Yeah.
And
What, big bucks? Those yellow chips.
and we looked at the yellow chips, and they were $1,000 chips.
What?
And people,
Holy shit.
these Asian guys, mostly Asian people, but these guys just had like big stacks of them. They would have had like 20 grand at the table, and they were just like throwing the money around, like making big bets, like laughing and smiling. There was this one young girl there. She would have been like 19 maybe, or 20, and we were watching her play, and she was winning. And I just felt tempted to ask her for like one of her chips, just because it's like $1,000.
Excuse me. Can you loan me $1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, I know people play big stakes, but that was such a weird experience.
Yeah.
Seeing people just throw like thousands of dollars around.
Remember that time that we
casino.
went to the casino? We went with was it Zach, Angus, or Angus maybe met us there.
Yep.
And then I
We've
think we
been
met
with Angus, yeah.
Zach's mate there, and we were playing. Was it Snake Eyes? What's it called?
Snake Eyes. Yeah.
Snake Eyes?
That's a great game.
And then we were going to the what table was it? Fuck, that dude was like betting like it was like 500 a hand, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like ridiculous.
Would have been
What game was
blackjack
it?
or something.
I think it was
right?
blackjack.
Yeah.
It might have been blackjack.
Yeah.
But dude, it was just like 500 a round. Boom, boom, just like
No.
no like second thought, just on the table. I'm like, holy shit, man! Like, how can you legit like just put that money down just on a bet?
I can't put myself in the casino, man. I've never been to the casino.
I've only been
Really?
once, and that was that
Really?
one time.
I can't do it.
You don't even want to play with money. You're happy to lose as a
I
fun.
don't like betting, man.
I've never been a person to like work for money and then just
Yeah.
gamble it.
I'd rather, yeah.
Yeah.
Because what I think of when I go gamble is it's like I'm basically just handing my money over to this
Right.
business for free.
Well, all the games
Essentially.
are organized in a way where the house has
Wins.
got like a 5% edge. So
yeah.
like if you go a lot, there's no chance of winning statistically. Like you always lose money.
I have fun with like the Rosamond guys. We play like poker nights and stuff every now
Well, that's
and then,
good.
which is
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
because it's social. You know the guys you're playing with. You trust them. It's like it's whatever.
And someone wins.
Someone
like,
wins,
Not the
yeah.
house. Yeah.
So one of my friends like thrives, whereas it's not this like
Yeah.
multi-million-dollar company just like taking some scrawny white dude's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
You're 18,
Definitely.
first time in town. You want to go get some money to go buy some drinks,
Yeah.
and now you got no money.
And there's a CEO of Sky City. Yeah. CEO of Sky City just.
Get home, son.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I play, I look at it as like money to lose, you know?
Okay.
So I'll play with like, last time I played $25, which
That's
I was
fine,
happy to
though.
lose.
That's
like,
yeah, that's
That's
good.
fine.
But you're
Yeah.
sitting there saying like $500. These
Yeah,
days,
no,
that's
like
really-
if you go in with like 20, $25, you know, like even if you just like, say you're earning, I don't know, like $1,000, $2,000, I mean like $1,000 a week, right? And you say, all right, on Saturday, I'm gonna have $50 to go to the casino with. It's like at the end of the day, like it's not that bad.
Yeah.
If you know how to play and you can actually win a bit of money, say you lose, it's like fuck it, it's $50.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But if you're betting like 500, bro, like think about it, if you were earning $1,000 a week, that's half your paycheck just gone on one game.
yeah.
Of
And you
what?
see
pure
people.
luck half the time. Like,
Exactly, yeah. You see people put down their whole paycheck, which
That's
is when it's a
crazy.
problem, obviously.
I've heard stories of people like putting their whole like rent down
Yep.
on like
Yep.
a table to see if they can just double it, and then they're like, "Fuck, I got nowhere to live."
Yeah. Because of rent, dumbass.
Yeah.
I think it's once you get good that it's a problem. Because then you're like, oh, I can
Yeah.
keep going back to this.
You
And
just think you're too good.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
There's-
lose. I can't
yeah.
lose.
Yeah, there's too many mind games with it. When you're winning, the times I've lost my money is when I've started winning big, and like there's times where you buy in for 50, you get up. I've been up to 170, and it's like, well, obviously you should cash out at that stage, but I didn't cash out because you're winning, and like it's sort of like you feel like you can just keep getting the bigger and bigger prize, and then eventually cashed out with like $20 or something.
Yeah.
So. There's more, which, yeah. So technically, I lost 150 that night, but there's more to it than just like the house being advantaged. It's like you get into these sort of mindsets where you start to bet bigger and bigger because you're
Yeah.
chasing losses or you're trying to win more money
Yeah.
more quickly, and then just one loss. And
Trying to break even again.
yeah.
Essentially.
So that's when gambling can be a real problem.
Yeah.
So.
We need to get Elliot on this podcast at
Oh,
some point,
mate.
bro.
He's
This
got
guy,
some-
He's got some great
There's some
gambling
good
stories.
gambling
and just
stories.
like
That's the second time we've
It'll
said that. We got to get Elliot on the podcast.
it'll just be like an hour recording of just him talking and us laughing,
Yeah.
and then us reminding him of scenarios and stories, and he'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah."
He'd love to get on here, I'd say.
Oh,
Yeah.
he would. He's got some great stories.
Yeah.
But Elliot gambles I don't want to say the right way, but the right way if you want to make money.
Yeah.
Like he'll say, fuck it, I'm putting my whole stack down.
Yeah, on black. He
And
was-
like, so the only way to make big money is if you make big bets over a short amount of time.
Big time players make big time plays.
Because if you're betting like $5 at a time, variance is going to come in very, very quickly, and you're just going to slowly trend downwards. But if you're a man like Elliot, and you say, fuck it, I'm putting $100 on black, you cash out $200. You say, I'm putting $200 on black, you get $400.
But that's also how you lose all that money.
Well, exactly. But he cashed out. He told me he cashed out $1,000 in America once.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And
Not
I mean-
surprised. That dude, he'd probably chuck $1,000 on black.
yeah,
He'd
well,
just be like drunk and be like, "Fuck it."
thankfully he stopped because,
Got a problem.
but
No.
but he's not overall. He's made money from the casino.
Mm.
It's just one of those short-term luck things, and I don't think he has a problem.
I doubt you'd
gambling.
really go back at our age
So-
though, if you weren't making some
No,
form of
like
money.
I go like once or twice a
Yeah.
year, but my friends just wanted to go the
Yeah.
other time.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
Understandable. So that was your week, Josh.
My week,
it was
I did jack shit.
good on you,
Alright,
mate.
sweet. On to the next.
I did jack shit. I don't know what I did my weekend.
What'd you do? We watched Terminator 2 last night.
That was a good
great.
movie.
That's
one of my
an-
favorite
great
movies of all
movie.
Oh,
time.
that's an incredible movie.
Just the level from the first Terminator to the second one, like the CGI.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, the first one is like
Tenfold.
iconic though.
Yeah.
the first one is
I'm a
great.
sucker for 80s movies, bro.
Oh, the soundtrack as well.
baby.
Yeah.
It's just there's so many badass scenes.
Nah, it was a fucking good movie, man. It was so long though, honestly.
2 hours and 15 minutes actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It felt so much longer.
There's just
than that.
more in it.
It felt
There's
so
so much
longer.
going on.
Yeah, so many good scenes.
I just remember sitting there and being like, "Fuck, this is going on for ages."
Yeah, but you don't mind it.
No, I didn't really mind,
Great.
but I was like, "Holy shit, this is going on for
Oh,
ages."
Arnold is such a badass. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He suits that role perfectly though. Like he can't even act, but he suits that role because he doesn't have to act.
Yeah.
So you swinging your arm? I thought you were gonna say something.
No, I was signaling.
Yes.
Keep going, mate.
Oh, okay.
I was signaling his reload with his shotgun
Oh,
on the motorbike.
yes.
Oh.
Bro, that's my favorite scene from the movie where he's like riding on that, wasn't it like a Harley or some shit, and
He's
he just
on a
like
Harley.
swings the shotgun around and he's like,
Reloads it.
oh, dude, one of the best scenes by far.
Incredible movie. Really,
I think
really good.
yeah, my favorite scene from that movie would have been you know the scene where he's at the phone booth and he has to call his mom.
Oh, and he
John
fakes
Connor?
the boy's
Yeah,
voice?
so he's like, "When are
Yeah.
you coming home, Connor?" And then Arnold Schwarzenegger like picks phone. It's like, "What's your dog's name?" And then he
Max.
says the
Yeah.
name, and then he says like a different name.
He
to
makes
what
up
he
a
said.
He's like,
And then the lady said, "Oh, he's fine." And then he's like,
yeah.
punches him. He's like, "Your family is dead." I was like, it's so eerie because it like
Yeah.
zooms out as
Your
she's saying
family's
like the
dead.
dog's fine, and then the dude's just like hanging on the
Yeah.
like the pantry, just like
Yeah,
dying.
Like the dude's like blade or what do you want to call it out
Yeah.
from his arm had gone straight through the husband's mouth.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
And he's like, what's your? Yeah, it was like Max. He's like, he called it Wolfie.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, how's Wolfie?
Wolfie's fine.
Wolfie's fine.
Yeah.
Your family's dead.
Your foster family is dead.
Man.
That was a good scene, man.
But we hadn't watched it in a while, which is why we watched it. But rewatching it, definitely my favorite movie of all time over The Godfather.
Really?
Yeah,
Your
definitely.
Your favorite movie of all time
It's
is
my
T2.
favorite of all time.
Holy.
Really?
Yeah, there's
That's
just
crazy,
So
man.
many scenes because I love visual scenes and I love like real good moments, not necessarily story, although the story is good. Like for example, in Rogue One, I love that movie just from the last
The
scene
Darth Vader scene,
with
yeah.
Darth
Oh yeah,
Vader.
that last scene's amazing.
It's
man.
like moments like that which just get your hair to like stand on the end, and there were so many of those moments in Terminator.
Yeah.
But if
like-
you're gonna say like based on visuals and shit, like what about like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that?
Lord of the Rings is great, but it's not. It doesn't have as great scenes, like in terms of like at its peak. You know, like it has really a lot of really good scenes, but at its peak, there's 4 or 5 Terminator scenes that are just really, really incredible.
All right, we're doing
So,
a movie segment right now. I'm so keen to talk about movies.
Go
What
for
is
it.
your favorite?
My favorite movie. That's hard, man. Cause like
Mine is like way too easy. I've had mine.
I'm gonna go in.
since-
I know what yours is. It's Interstellar, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
100%.
really?
Interstellar
I
is
know that one.
the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. Okay.
You see, I didn't like that movie.
You didn't like it?
Nah,
Oh
I
my
was
god.
so bored.
I could talk about the movie for hours,
I
man.
was so bored. I don't know what my favorite movie is, man. I really don't know. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot.
I'm.
Cats.
What's a movie that I would go back to, man, and watch?
The thing about like best movies of all time, it's like it can be whatever rating it is online. It just
Yeah.
hits
Yeah.
you the best.
Or whatever you've seen most recently.
Yeah. Interstellar just fucked me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ending of that movie just like destroyed me.
I think one of my favorite movies, and it's just because I enjoy the whole movie in general, is probably Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's a
okay.
that's a fucking good movie.
that's a good
and
movie.
it's like somewhat based on a true story too.
Mm.
So it is based on a true story, but obviously everything isn't 100% correct.
Mm.
No, that's a great movie because Leonardo DiCaprio did a fucking great job.
Godlike
in that.
job,
Yeah.
and he didn't win an Oscar. for
And
that
Margot
movie.
Robbie. Oh,
Oh.
god damn it!
Oh no.
Was it the Sussex or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh, what was she called? What was it? She was like the princess
can't
or
remember.
the Duchess of Beirut or some shit. Duchess of Beirut.
It was
Is that what
something
it
like that. Yeah.
Was she European in the movie?
She was from Boston.
Oh, she's from Boston. Yeah, of course.
I don't think we're
Boston.
gonna be friends.
What are you, a fucking owl?
Yeah.
Who?
And she's Australian, right? So
She's Aussie,
yeah,
yeah.
good acting.
My guy.
She was in that Birds of Prey movie I just watched.
Is it good? I've heard so much shit about it.
I thought it was good, but
Talk
see,
to
I'm a sucker for comic book movies, so.
We're gonna
But
talk
it was
about-
good, man, because it's R16.
Yeah.
They need to make all those comic movies R16 because
Yeah.
it's like straight from the comics. They're swearing,
Yeah.
they're like breaking people's legs, like punching people
Oh.
like directly in the head and stuff. And it's like,
Mm.
I think from Joker,
Mm.
how Joker's come out, I think they're gonna do it so much more.
Was
now.
Joker R16?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Was it R18? No, I don't know. R18.
Don't know. I think
It was pretty messed up, so I wouldn't be surprised. if it was
I wouldn't be
R18.
surprised if they did R18 just due to like the whole like suicide.
But there was
and
no
mental
sex
illness
or
whatnot.
anything in it.
I don't know if
There's a lot of
Marvel-
killing though.
There was a lot of killing.
When he fucking brutally murdered that dude in his fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen it, but
I haven't
someone
seen it.
must have
too
seen
far
that by now.
behind. If you haven't watched it,
You haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Oh,
To be
dude,
fair,
well,
there's
there we go,
a
spoiler.
there's a period of time where you should see something,
Yeah. before it
especially
gets
if
spoiled.
especially if it's as good as it is.
Especially when it's an Oscar-nominated
Yeah.
film.
As a moviegoer, I go if I want to see a movie badly, I go day one.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
yeah.
that's it.
I know you. I've seen you. Like all your
Yeah.
stories.
I
and
always
shit.
go on the first day because as soon as I go onto Twitter or Instagram the next morning, I go on like Bleacher Report comments on like a Zion post, and then it's like
Yeah.
Tony Stark dies, and I'm like,
Oh.
oh.
Did you
I
know
saw
that happened
yeah.
before you watched the movie?
I went like before it even
Oh.
came out in the States, so I was good.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I just remember going on the next morning and it was there. I'm like, I feel so
Yeah.
bad for the people who haven't gone yet.
Who
No,
does
I'd,
that though?
People suck.
I know.
I
People
never,
really suck.
I never see that shit, like to do with Marvel and stuff. I
Yeah.
found the hardest thing I found was Game of Thrones final season.
No, yeah, that would.
Bro, I couldn't go on anything.
Yeah, I did
That
the
was
same.
the worst.
Yeah.
That was like the worst time I've ever had in terms of like a TV show or a movie coming out when like spoilers and shit. Like I literally couldn't do anything on social media with Game of Thrones, man.
That's what sucks about the internet these days, man.
Yeah.
People
Fuckwits that just
really
post
just
shit.
suck.
Like, oh, what did you think about this? And it's like, well, let's wait fucking a week until people have watched it, you dipshit. Well, are we gonna have our Star Wars discussion now since we put it off the first podcast?
Yeah,
or
we
the
should.
Pilot.
Oh my god. See, I'm the biggest Star Wars fan.
I am too.
Yeah.
You're huge.
Look, I've got.
I don't know about
fucking
you.
all this
You
shit.
like Star
I
Wars.
like Star Wars.
You like Star
yeah.
Wars. See, I bought every single McDonald's toy when that like 2005 one came out. I think it was Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith
Yeah.
2005.
I
yeah.
bought every single Happy Meal just so I could get all the toys.
Wow.
Fuck yeah.
My mom
Have, like,
did not tell
Anakin.
me that was happening.
I watched Revenge of the Sith in the movies. I'm pretty sure that
I win as
was
well, yeah.
probably one of the first movies I remember seeing at the movies.
Really? Wow.
Like I don't even know what the first movie I saw at the cinema was, man.
I couldn't tell you either.
But
Yeah.
I remember seeing that at the cinemas, and
Mm.
I watched it at the is it the Barclays or Berkeley's in
Berkeley
Taka?
and Taka,
Taka?
yeah.
I watched that, and that's like the earliest one I remember, and I just remember coming out and being like,
That was amazing.
fuck, that was such a good like lead, like those three were such a good lead up to the original three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the story and how it set everything up. There wasn't really anything that was left like unanswered, or you're like, oh, whoa, how did this come about? You were kind of like,
Yeah.
you were pleased, you know,
Yeah.
like,
And Ewan McGregor is great.
Oh,
in it,
bro.
as
Oh,
Obi-Wan.
mate. He is more than great.
hello there.
He is more than great.
Neeson as well was very good.
There's the Kenobi TV show
Yes,
series coming out.
that's
Disney
coming
Plus.
out.
He was in Birds of Prey as well.
Really?
And there's a scene in Birds of Prey. I want to fuck it. I'll be profanity.
Yeah.
So he like some like bad news comes to his like attention, and he's like
Yeah.
this mob boss in the movie,
Mm.
Nice.
and Ewan McGregor just FC like every
Love
single
it.
swear word you can think of,
I might
and
watch
just
it now.
seeing him rage and do that is like
Yeah.
beautiful. It's
Yeah.
truly
That is beautiful.
No,
it's
that's
a
good,
beautiful
man.
thing.
He's going from hello there to
Hello there. Nah, dude, his Kenobi character was just so
He's probably the-
perfectly done, man.
I think he's the best Star Wars character next to Darth Vader.
Yeah.
His Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
I would
Yeah, I'd
somewhat
say
agree
so.
with that. Like, I wouldn't disagree. Like,
Ooh.
you know, but no, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, hot take incoming.
Objection.
Josh. Objection.
no, I mean,
Continue,
like,
though.
as in he's one of the best characters, and it's like depending on how you view the story and whose
Yeah.
somewhat
Yeah.
side you're on, right? Like, for instance, you didn't see much of it, but I loved like Yoda's character.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't get to see much, I still loved his character, and I love Count Dooku as well.
Count Dooku.
Count Dooku
Dooku
was
was
fucking
cool.
good. And obviously the first movie with Darth Maul. That was the best scene when he just
Darth
fucking
Maul was great.
when like the middle of the movie he pulls out the one lightsaber and he fights Qui-Gon in the desert.
desert, yeah.
And then at the end, the fucking boom double lightsaber. You're
Both
just like,
sides.
When he's fighting both of them, right?
Yeah, bro.
So
He's like,
Insert
holy
brings
dual
out
shit.
fates.
brings out the other one. I really like the job that the actor of Palpatine did
Yeah.
in the first three. Really,
Fuck
really
yeah.
good. Really good acting.
When you
And
go
he's
back
got-
and rewatch it though, you're like, how the fuck did they not know?
Yeah.
Like the same person.
Great lines, man.
I am the Senate.
I-
Not
yes.
yet.
That's my favorite one.
It's treason.
Tree. Does that spinning?
And then kills three of them without any fucking
Yeah.
issue. Nah. What would you say is your favorite Star Wars film? If you had to pick in terms of
Oh, that's easy for me.
I think Empire Strikes Back is my favorite Star Wars film.
I need a refresher on the last three in the first original.
Yeah,
three.
I need a refresher on the first original 3 to
But-
make a proper,
Yeah,
give a proper answer.
I want to say 1
The
at the
Phantom
moment.
Menace.
Yeah, Phantom Menace.
I'm
Just because
surprised
it's
you
got
said that. A lot of people
Obi-Wan.
don't
That's
like that
interesting.
movie.
People hate that.
Yeah,
movie.
I
Well,
liked.
Come on.
I liked.
I like
Revenge
that
of the-
movie. I like all Star Wars movies.
bro.
Oh.
I think Revenge of the
Up
Sith
until
is
the
my
seventh
favorite.
one.
Revenge
So
of the
that's
Sith.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Revenge of
Yeah.
the Sith. Just because I like the whole like Anakin swing, and just how it like I don't know what it was about it. I just really liked that whole movie and how it was laid out.
Yeah.
You want to know what my second favorite Star Wars movie is?
What's your first again?
First was
That
Empire
was it?
Strikes Back. It's
Oh, yeah.
pretty fine line between the two.
Your second
Yeah.
one, can I have a guess?
Yeah.
It's gonna be not the Force Awakens, the other one, the second one, Jedi Return of the what is it? Fucking
The
Last Jedi.
Yep. That's my.
Yeah.
That's like
See,
on
I've
level.
listened to you
Really?
too many
That's
times.
like on level with Empire Strikes Back.
I'm surprised you said that because
That's
I
one of
hate
my
that movie.
favorite Star Wars
Ah.
movies. I can watch that over and over and over again and never get bored.
Really?
And people hated it.
I hated it.
People hated it so much.
Yeah. For me, what wasn't great about the recent reboots is it didn't feel like the Star Wars universe. Like they had the characters, they had the lightsabers, they had the ships, but you didn't feel like
They weren't really using lightsabers. Though, let's be honest.
that's true as well. But you didn't really feel like you were in the Star
Star
Wars
Wars.
universe.
Yeah.
Bro, and I tell you, what made you like really feel that when you're like, okay, I don't feel like when I watch these movies I'm in Star Wars was when they released The Mandalorian and you're like, holy shit, this is Star
Yeah,
Wars.
exactly.
Oh man,
Yeah.
This
that
is
was
Star Wars.
That was very Star Wars.
Yeah.
Very limited CGI,
Yeah, bro.
like heavy use on practical effects.
Fuck.
And-
So good.
And even if it was CGI, it looked so good.
How good.
It looked so good.
That's a how good.
That's a how good.
Mandalorian, man, that's definitely one of the best things Star Wars released in a long time.
Yeah. They did a good job making it like a TV series too.
And then The Last Jedi was the worst Star Wars movie I've ever seen in my life.
Wait, The Last Jedi?
Oh no, wait.
Last Jedi is just second. No,
What was the one that just came out?
the one that just came out was
that the
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. Fuck.
The one-
That's the
yeah.
worst Star Wars movie I've ever
Oh,
seen.
bro, no, the worst one is the fucking Force Awakens. That is
Nah.
a piece of shit. That's
Dude,
just a new. That's
the
a
last
new,
one.
Dude, that's a New Hope just rewritten. Like
Yeah.
different characters. Dude, a stormtrooper wielded a lightsaber and fought a Sith Lord and survived and actually somewhat beat him.
Yeah.
Like, tell me, man, how the fuck can that?
So you
even
think
happen?
that's worse than
Oh,
him,
shit.
him in the 9th movie when they're like, wait, how do you know that's the ship where the transmitter's on?
I had a feeling.
It's just a feeling. I cringed,
Oh,
immensely cringed when he said that. I was like, oh.
yeah, I was with my brother in the cinema.
It's a weird cringe.
And like,
I just pictured him having a raging erection. Camera pans down.
Pointing
I have
to
a
it.
feeling, and then it's just his dick is pointing towards the ship. Which one it is?
but it's not straight on, it's slightly angled, so you can tell.
down.
So you can tell it's John Boyega.
I will agree with you. That last movie, man. I remember my brother was just like sitting next to me in the cinema, and probably about every 10 to 15 minutes, he'd just like look at me. I'd see him like,
Yes,
look over and just
yes.
give me that face, like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
or like,
dude.
why? What is this? Why did that happen? Like,
The entire end of the
makes no
movie
sense.
was Endgame.
oh
It was
yeah,
just Endgame.
we're gonna die.
Yeah.
They're not coming.
Entire galaxy shows
Here
up.
they come.
All the characters you've seen from the Star Wars universe just arrive, and it's like, oh, okay. I feel like I've seen that before. And then all of a sudden, it's like the end where the big bad gets super powerful, and then it's like, oh, he's ready to throw down. And then all of a sudden, the other protagonist is like, oh, I got all these
Yeah.
powers behind me. And
Actually-
I thought the scene was cool where all the Jedis from like all the movies were like talking to Rey. That was cool. But then
Yeah.
Ben Solo dies, and
Yeah.
then they make out, and I was like,
I-
why did they just do that?
Well, what I fucking and I actually now that we're talking more about it, I might agree with you and say that might be the worst one
It's
because
the worst, man.
just
It's
because
such a lazy finish to Star Wars.
it defeated the whole purpose of like the rest of the movies where like you could force fucking heal someone. Why
Yeah.
the fuck could you not do that in the original 3 and all the first
Yeah.
3? Like
That's
why would
lazy.
Anakin need to go to the dark side to learn how to force heal if he could just fucking
So the thing with that is, so Ben Solo was trained as a Jedi, but turned to the dark side, so he had the Force healing. Rey's a Palpatine.
Yep.
So she has like Sith blood. So
Which I
technically they can
Yeah, but-
Force heal because they both have dark side in them.
Yeah, but when did she become a Palpatine? I don't remember in any of the movies him having
That's
any
the other
family.
thing. Who the fuck is Palpatine's family? It
Who
didn't
did-
explain
Who
that
did
at all.
Palpatine root?
Yeah.
Who did he stick it in? Where did he put his lightsaber?
It's penis then.
Jesus.
That's the drilling shot that he has.
Yeah. Oh, but I was so lost.
yeah,
Man. I knew like halfway through the movie, I was like, oh, I guarantee you, she's like a Palpatine. I kind of figured it out. I was like, it has to be. Like, otherwise, why the fuck has
That's
this dude
weird,
reappeared after he's been dead for like, what, 50 years?
I wanted
Some
her to
shit.
turn bad. At the end of the movie, I was like, I wanted to become a Sith.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But she never really did anything that was bad.
Well, she
Like-
blew up that thing
Yeah,
that she thought
accidentally,
Chewbacca
though.
was on it.
She accidentally did that. So.
Dude, Chewbacca died, then came back to life.
Within
Ben
2
Solo,
minutes.
Ben Solo died 3 times.
He
And
just fell off cliffs and shit 3 times and came back and teleported everywhere.
Yeah.
didn't
How convenient.
there was a bunch of people that died. Oh, C-3PO technically died because he
Yeah.
lost all his like memory and then got it back.
Oh, R2 had a backup. Oh.
I couldn't
Brilliant.
believe it, man. I seriously couldn't believe it.
Alright, I feel like I should get off the topic.
Well, we
Star Wars
should, yeah.
Rage.
Well, we've got it's half time, so we've got our
Should we do
segment.
the bear segment now?
Yeah,
We
let's
do the
break
bear
it up.
Let's do the bear segment.
Alright.
Okay, so
We'll get the beers out, eh?
what's the plan? Shall I? I'll grab the things.
Are we gonna cut this out? Or?
Nah. You guys can continue talking. I'll mute my mic. And
Okay.
then I'll go
Well,
with my thing.
continuing on the topic, I don't know what it is with writers today. Like we watched, like the Terminator 2 from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
A lot of good movies from that time, but for whatever reason, writers today can't write like an original story. Like they seem to use like existing storylines or like things that worked, and
there.
Okay.
That'd be easier to grab.
the writing's just really, it's not great. Like you know,
Oh, there's
like
no
the-
writing anymore in movies.
There's
bro.
no good writing.
It's all just like
And-
following the same like arc.
Yeah,
It's just the
this-
same
you
arc
always
over
feel
and
like
over
there's the
again.
same arc.
That's why.
Every
That's why.
time.
Like when people ask me like, "What's your favorite movie?" I'm like, I don't know, because personally, I haven't watched a lot of movies because I just get so sick and tired of sitting down and like spending 2 hours or 3 hours watching something and then coming out and be like, "Oh, I've seen that like 4 times."
Right,
And it's
right.
just a
No,
different like
honestly,
movie.
yeah. No, I'd say the same thing. I don't watch a lot of movies because I don't want to invest 2 to 3 hours in something that could just be like a waste of time.
We can pull the first one.
Okay, I'll pull the first one.
Pull the first one.
I might as well sit here.
We're gonna start with one.
Is it like a stool I can sit on?
Well, yeah.
This is gonna take a while to set up, isn't it?
No, it should be fine because I can just
Alright.
sit here and then, here we go.
Oh.
That's easy because I can just turn the mic towards me and I can
Cool.
continue to talk and these people.
Get the
Can't hear
mic
me.
down near the cups so you got the pouring sound.
Oh yeah, I
effect.
should do that.
Yeah, I'll move this mic in. I'll sit more in the middle of the couch.
Do we go? The order doesn't matter, does it?
Well, I think we should start at one.
We got to know the
Start with
numbers,
Okay.
right?
So we what do we have?
Well, the
Yeah.
photos on our
Grab
thing.
that pad over there,
Okay.
and we'll write down.
Yes.
Write
Should
down
be-
what everyone said.
Should be a pen over there as well somewhere.
There we go.
All right. So yeah, we got the 6 beers in big blue cups.
Mhm.
We're gonna pour them into the smaller ones so
Each
that we
cup is
can.
numbered.
Do we all want to somewhat talk, and I'll just write down which one we think is which, like as a majority, or do you want to individually keep it like?
We'll
Anonymous.
go through each one together and then put your
Alright.
opinion down.
So
Alright.
I'll just number them like 1,
Okay. So number 1, yeah, let's go.
2,
Number
3,
1.
4.
All right,
5.
Josh, you want to take that one? That's numero uno.
And remember, it's 1 point for guessing which area, or
Mhm.
which region,
Mm.
and then another point for guessing the correct beer.
Okay.
Okay.
So on.
First thing I can
Checking that
see is it's a more darker caramel beer.
I'll get.
Mm.
I'll get the. Wait. Shh. I'll get the sound of the pouring for the pod. Ready? That was like nothing.
Sound like a pea.
Beautiful.
This smells like one of the
Mm.
I already know.
Pale
what
This
it
is
is.
a pale.
I
ale.
haven't even
This is one of
tasted
the
it. I
pale
know what
ales.
this is. You get him to try? Okay.
It's definitely one of the pale ales.
I have to get up the definition again.
I'm gonna say APA.
Yep, that's an APA.
I
Yeah.
think it's an APA.
Yeah.
That's an APA.
We'll just go. So we get both. We all went. I'll go.
Well, actually, it's
Mitch, Josh.
Liam's really good on these ones,
Liam.
so maybe he should say last what he thinks it is or
Okay.
something.
So, we'll
I just
Yeah.
realized because I'm just gonna copy you for this one.
Okay.
so we got like, I got like this, right? So like, guessing for like, pale ale.
Mhm.
So we're all going pale ale for the first one.
Well, American Pale Ale.
Yeah, APA. Very nice though. That's a good. That's a
That
good.
is
So we're all
delicious.
going pale ale. And we think it's the APA.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That is the APA.
It tastes like the
100%.
APA. Only because I know
Okay.
that.
Paul Pierce. I'll put my house on it.
Only because I know that the IPA is going to be like far more fruity.
Yep.
Yep.
India Pale Ale's
Is
more
this two?
fruity. And this is... I wonder which order your mum poured these in. Because that looks like the Indian Pale Ale.
I don't know if she would have done it there.
Maybe.
No, this is not.
No.
I can tell you straight away.
I reckon it looks
It's
like
not?
Stella, bro.
It's not.
It looks
Okay.
like Stella.
Okay. It's quite light, so...
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Excuse me. Thanks
What?
for the blessing. I needed that.
Rob Tussin.
He will help me today. Oh, that smells like absolute shit.
It actually does, yes.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
I know what this one is.
Oh, yeah, I know what this one is as well.
This is
Okay, I'm gonna say Krombacher. Krombacher?
You reckon?
it's one of the European ones.
It is, yeah.
It's one of the.
Okay, so you're going European.
I think it's European. I'm gonna go European.
I don't know what. Yeah, okay.
You going
For a
European?
second, I thought it was one of the Japanese ones.
But I'm thinking that too. I'm thinking, man, it might be Sapporo.
Yeah, well, let's mix the answers up.
Reggie Miller count.
Oh
Do you guys want more?
Not of that
There's
one.
like a little bit more.
no, that
I don't want that one.
It tastes a
That
bit
was
shit.
kind
Right?
of fucking shit. I think. Fuck, I don't know. This is actually gonna be harder than I thought it was.
I'm going with the German one. That's not a Stella.
Krombacher?
Yeah, I'm going with the
It's
German
not a
one.
Stella. It's not Stella.
I'm going with the German one.
I've never actually tasted that German one, so I don't.
See, that could either be the German one or Sapporo.
I think it's. Oh shit.
It's an APA.
No, I'm gonna switch up and go Sapporo.
Nice.
I'm
I
gonna
like
go
that.
Sapporo.
I
I'm
like
gonna go.
that.
I'm gonna go
You know.
Japanese.
Because
I'm
we
gonna-
don't
the reason I didn't pick Sapporo is because Josh knows what Sapporo tastes like.
And what are you going?
I'm going with the German one. I don't want to pronounce it.
I'll put
Krombacher.
I'll put K.
It's good.
Okay.
That, it's good when mixing the answers
And
up.
what are you
Yeah.
going with?
I'm gonna say Krombacher,
you
however
go.
you say it.
So you're going safety with Josh there.
Is it
Me and Liam are just copying answers.
Yeah.
It's like a test.
It'd
be disappointed if we got this wrong.
quite fucking drunk after this, mate.
I think we'll be okay.
I hope so.
hope so.
Actually, I drove here.
It's just what. It's alright. There's no cops out.
There's no cops listening to this podcast.
It's fine. It's only illegal if you get caught. Remember that, kids. If you
That
ever
view
listen.
is not endorsed by the How Good podcast.
How good is not getting pulled over.
Let me just find the number 3.
How good.
Number 3. Ooh, this boy is light.
Shit, that could be the.
Why does that kombucha
I don't
smell
know.
so bad?
Have you got the rest
Well,
of the
how do you know
cups?
it is, mate?
Mitch, chuck me some more of the cups.
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, I got more here. No, you're good.
Yeah, you're
Chuck
right.
one to Josh.
Oh, the ones you've used, just stack them like beside you. So.
Okay. Have I used that one? No. Okay. I need to pour myself one. I'm losing my mind. I'm hammered.
Doesn't really
I'm
matter.
drunk.
Just all the ones you've used, just put aside.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, you could probably just.
Reggie Miller count.
Do we want to keep doing it this quickly? Like our palates are all going to be tasting like different beer.
We don't want it to take.
I'm
too
good.
long.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well,
Oh, this one.
Awkward if you want to say it's Sapporo.
I know what that is.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what Stella tastes like.
I think that's the Asahi.
You reckon that's the Asahi? Do you want some more?
A little bit.
I think that's either Stella or
That's Stella or Asahi.
no Sapporo. I
You
want to
reckon?
It could be Stella, but that sound.
That seems too light for Stella.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not. It hasn't got enough
So,
flavor
yeah.
for Stella.
It's a very light, sort of fruity.
I'm kind of fucking myself here if I go Asahi. I've taken the whole Japanese.
Yeah,
brand
you've
right
lost
out.
the Japanese ones out before Josh has said any Japanese ones.
We
I
should
know.
give some tasting notes as well.
Mm.
I realize.
Well, how do you explain this? Tastes like piss. Smells like piss. Tastes like beer.
No, it's quite.
It's
quite
lager, so
fruity.
it's not good.
It's a lager. It's light. It's
I'm
very
tossing
light.
between Asahi and Stella, definitely.
I'm going.
I definitely think it's between the two.
though. It's really light. Like it's the lightest beer. I think it's either Sapporo.
But now I'm second guessing the whole Sapporo choice I had, man.
Mate,
Because
you can't.
honestly, I haven't had a
Back
Sapporo in so long, and it's like I can't even remember what it tastes like.
Well, this is my problem. I want to say that that's a Stella, but I haven't had a Stella in a while. So
Shit.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
Decisions, boys. That's the hardest one yet.
yeah, it is.
That was hard. I don't even know what the hell that is.
Put me down for
I'm
Stella.
going. I think it's a Stella. I
Okay.
think it's a Stella. So I'm going Europe. Stella.
Okay.
And Josh, you're going Stella too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Ali. What
I
do you
don't
got?
know. I don't know. That was a hard one.
Decisions.
I picked support away. I picked that one.
You
Oh
have
no, I haven't.
no. You've gone
haven't,
the
yeah.
We've all gone APA, and then you've gone the kombucha or whatever the fuck it's called.
Kombucha.
Okay,
I
I'm
was
going.
gonna say kombucha because I have
Yeah.
no idea.
I'm
how
going
to-
Steinlager.
What?
Steinlager.
Steinlager.
We don't-
I
Oh wait,
didn't
no.
have this
Stella.
option.
Stella Artois.
How much are you drunk? So we're going this.
Stella.
We're all going Stella.
Yeah,
Okay.
all going Stella.
Yeah.
That's a confident vote from the lads.
Okay.
From
Yeah.
the hardest decision, we all picked the same.
Number 4.
Like it. How good?
Ooh.
What would you rate that last beer?
About a 4 out of
Really?
10.
I give it a 7. I like lagers though.
I actually quite like that one.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
I actually quite like that one. I'll admit. Because it wasn't like
You want another cup?
overpowering.
Okay, well,
That's the
this one.
IPA. I know
need
what that
another
one
cup.
is.
You know the cup.
That's the
Mitch puts
IPA.
it down straight away.
I fucking know that's the APA. I know I'm not gonna like
He's
it.
not
as
gonna
well.
drink it. He puts
No,
it down
I'll
straight away.
I'll drink it. I'm just putting my answer in. I'm putting it down. We're all going IPA.
Oh fuck, that might be the APA.
Oh shit.
That might be the APA. That's the thing about tasting IPAs
Dude,
and APAs. They're
This
so
tastes
similar.
this tastes like the BRB that I had at your place for the UFC.
That'd be IPA then.
That
Spanner
was an
in the
APA.
works.
Was it?
Yeah.
This is cream. This is buttery.
See, this is more fruity. Like, and for me, IPAs are far more fruity.
No, that's the.
I'm going. I've
What
already gone
flavours
IPA.
are we
I,
getting?
well, we have to. Can we switch votes?
We can.
No, we can't.
We can.
We can?
I'm sure we can.
Well, you can, but you're gonna forget what the
Yeah, it
previous
becomes
ones taste
harder.
like, so you're gonna get real lost.
That was
That was
buttery.
That was way too close for a IPA and APA. That was crazy.
This one doesn't have a lot more hops than the other, is what you can say.
If I'm honest, it's whichever one it is, it's a lot better than what I like the two. Like, I don't really like drinking IPAs or APAs, but
I'm swapping my vote. This is the APA and the other one's the IPA.
swapping.
100%.
100%. As he said on the first one.
As I said on the first APA.
100%.
100%.
I know.
I feel like a kid copying the smart kid's answers.
No, I'm still sticking with IPA.
Okay,
I think
that's
it's
good.
an IPA.
Liam doesn't want to get this
I'm
wrong.
double downing on that as an APA, Matt. If I get that wrong, I'm quitting the podcast.
Okay. Then the smart man would have to go with Liam. You know? Let me read the tasting notes. So, the difference between IPA APA. IPAs
Take us three more cups.
are hop and alcohol heavy pale ales. APAs have a balance of malts and hops with a lighter character and a citrusy punch. So,
Citrus.
Cool, man.
Which one had the citrus? Which one had the citrus? Say it again. Sorry, I was getting the cups for Liam. Can you repeat that?
the,
IPAs.
the APAs are more citrusy, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, that might be it then, because that was pretty citrusy.
Okay, yep. I'm going to say APA for what we just tasted.
And you're going to change your vote.
So you're
Yes,
going IPA
yes.
for
I've
this one.
absolutely bamboozled you, bro.
What,
Also
are you
fuck
going to change
yourself.
it back last minute?
I'm going... Bamboozled. Okay.
So 2 Japanese beers.
Have you got the next one? You got the next one.
Fuck, that tasted like the Stella one.
That's Asahi.
We're gonna toss up between Asahi,
Asahi.
and Stella, bro.
Asahi. 100% that's Asahi. Number 5 is Asahi.
You reckon? Oh, yeah, you give it another taste.
That's not Stella. That's Asahi.
Yeah, it tastes similar to the previous one though. the third one.
It
And
does.
that's why
yeah.
they're both fucking
Yeah.
they're confusing because they both taste similar. All right, so
I just really hope the last one doesn't taste like a proper.
I'm gonna go. Well, I'm
Because
gonna,
it has to
I'm
be a
gonna go,
Sapporo or else I'm fucked.
I'm going Asahi because I got no other real option and I know that it tastes the same.
What do
Wait,
you
what's
got for
what's
Josh?
the last one?
Number 6.
Yeah, but what's the last of the beer that we have?
So we got Stella, Krombacher,
Oh, Sapporo.
Sapporo. Yeah.
Which one haven't I said?
That's a good way to do it.
I haven't said.
You got. Pass it to Josh.
Oh, I'm gonna go. Sorry, Japanese. And I'm gonna go Asahi.
Yeah, put me down as Japanese Asahi as well. I'm
Yep.
pretty confident this is the
No, I was
Sapporo.
hoping you guys would say something different
Because you're going
because I know that beer.
You know that's
and
Asahi, eh?
that's an Asahi. So
I don't know. What
This
that
has
is.
fucked me.
I don't even know which one I haven't even fucking done. I've said the APA, the IPA, the Stella, the Sapporo. So this is the German one for me. It has to be the German one unless I change it.
I think that's either Stella or the German one. But then, fuck.
Remember, we get extra points for guessing.
Yeah. No, this is a lot of them are similar.
I thought it was going to be
this is
quite
making it
easy.
interesting.
I think that's. Can I put the German one down, eh? Can I completely?
No, you haven't. Oh, yes, you have.
I have.
Yes.
So, which one was the K one? The second one.
Yeah, and I said Sapporo.
I'm changing mine to Sapporo there, and then making this the German one.
Okay, that's interesting because I'm gonna say that this is Sapporo. So
Really?
I think we should leave that as our final answer because we've all got different. We've all got different ones.
So
now.
you're going. This is the kombucha or the fuck it's called.
Let me try it one
Is
more
that
time.
Sapporo?
And you think it's Sapporo?
So this is definitely a lager.
Yeah.
It's very well balanced.
They're all lagers other than the pale ales, aren't they?
Is Asahi a lager? Is it?
Sapporo is definitely a lager.
Okay.
I think Asahi's a lager.
Okay.
I'm not smashing them back.
That was good. So everyone's down. Everyone's down. Or
I'm tossing up whether I change, because my last one is the. I'm gonna go the.
You're gonna go with the German one as well.
All right, we'll get the answers out. That should be
Okay, so
Great.
list us all out. List us all out.
I'll do my markings with my red pen. Assuming it works. Yep. All right, so first one, we've all gone with the pale ales.
Yep.
Great.
You two have both.
I went for the Indian one with the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the category is pale ale.
Okay, gotcha.
So you get points for the category,
Yeah.
and then you get points for the getting the correct one in that category.
Okay.
Right? So we've all gone pale ale, and then I've gone APA. You've both gone IPA. Second one,
Yeah.
me and Liam have both gone Japanese. Josh has gone European. We've both said Sapporo, and Josh has said. How do you say the beer? I wanna say it right.
Krombacher.
Krombacher. There we go.
German, right?
Correct us if we're wrong, please. And then third one, we have all said Stella. So we've all said Europe Stella.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
confident on that one.
Fourth one, we've all said Pale Ale.
Okay.
Liam and Josh have said APA,
Yep.
and I said IPA. Fifth one,
Yes.
we all said Asahi.
Yep.
Sixth one, me and Liam went European with the
German.
kombucha,
Kombucha.
and Josh went Japanese
Okay.
with Sapporo.
Okay.
Okay.
So me and Liam are different on the
Sapporo
Japanese
and
beers,
yeah,
and
which I'm not very confident about because you are Japanese.
yeah.
So if you read out the things, and I'll try to tally it up as quickly as I can.
We should have put Guinness in there, boys. That would have been instantly.
That'd been too obvious though,
yeah.
okay.
I would have got Guinness. Come on.
Okay. So the order was.
especially because black.
So number
You'd
one.
know straight away.
Where'd I put number one? Number one.
Reveal it.
Number one for us. You put. So
I
we put IPA. Me and Josh.
And I said
you put
APA.
APA.
Yeah.
The correct answer is
Don't look at
IPA.
IPA. Get fucked.
That smile. I
Atta
love
boys.
it. I love it.
Attaboys.
Yeah. Yes.
So we all got one mark for saying pale ale though.
Yes. I copied the smart kid in class.
Yep.
Paid off.
And then that's 1-1. All right. And I got 0 for that one.
Unlucky, mate.
All right. Fuck you.
Big fat.
All right. The second beer we tried.
All right. Second beer was
Fuck, put it.
me and you said
What
Japanese Sapporo, and Josh
okay.
said European. I don't know. I don't say the fucking beer.
German.
beer. Whatever the fucking it's called.
The second beer was Stella Artois.
Oh no
way. Shit.
We're all wrong on that one.
No way.
We messed that one up.
So that means we've all fucked up the third one because we all said Stella.
So the thing with the second beer was that I think the IPA definitely fucked my palate.
Hold on, I'm gonna put the correct answer.
Yeah,
That
you
put
could
so
say
much.
that.
You put so
Yeah.
much craft into your palate that it just overpowers everything else.
Yeah.
So
well,
so
we,
that
IPA
was-
Stella.
we did
So
lay
third-
out the crackers.
Already
one we
making
got.
excuses.
Can I make a note? We did lay out the crackers.
We did lay out the crackers.
So third one we've all got
Yes
wrong
and
because
no.
we all said Stella for the
Yeah.
third
Okay.
one.
So the third one was Asahi. Josh.
Holy shit, we
Are you
got that one
serious?
wrong as well because Asahi we all said was fifth.
Are these numbers
Has your
correct?
mom put the right ones down? Because there's still a little bit left in these ones, so we can also just have a sip afterwards just to make sure.
So we got.
I trust her. So
Okay.
We've got all the fifth one wrong too.
Fuck, we're terrible at this.
we do.
Can we get some roast in the
All
comments?
right, so
But
fourth one.
there's still
Fourth
going to be a
one, what's
winner.
fourth
Well,
one?
fourth one was pale ale. We all said pale ale, and you guys said APA.
Okay.
we got it correct.
Number
I
4
got it
is
wrong.
the Murica APA.
Yeah,
Number 4.
yeah, you guys got that right.
How many you got so far, Mitch? How many points?
Yeah. What's the
I
points?
got 2,
What are me and Liam on?
and
Same
you guys
points.
have got. Was it? Where am I looking? 1, 2, 4 each. I got
Oh.
2.
And are we different on the last two?
Oh, it's a battle to the death.
me and Liam are the same, and you're different.
Okay.
This is going down
Oh,
to the wire.
It's got to be.
It's either
well,
Sapporo or
Sapporo
kombucha. Okay.
Fuck. So the. I
Are
hope
you
I
ready?
get this because if I get the sixth one, I'll tie with Josh.
So what's number 5?
Okay.
What's number
I'll
5
tie.
for all of us?
And then we can have a
So we
5.
messed
We all
up
said
5.
Asahi. So no matter what, it's gonna base on if it's the German beer. I will tie with Josh.
No,
number
because I'll get
5
the
was
points.
Sapporo.
5 was Sapporo.
Yeah.
No
You were
way.
so confident putting
There's no way.
Yes.
And then
There's no way.
that only means that the final beer from our list
we
was
got it
number
right.
6,
Got it right.
kombucha, the German beer.
Wow.
So
And
I
so
tied
that leaves Mitch and Josh tied, and that leaves
3.
the best beer drinker in this room. Unanimous decision.
So you got 6. Josh got 4. And then I
Finish. You can finish.
I'm stoked. 60. What's that? 3 out of 5.
Right, so 6. You got 6. I got 4. Me and Josh got 4.
Wow. I was very certain on a lot of those beers.
Let's get a round of applause for the first
First segment.
That was
segment.
definitely harder than I was expecting.
Yeah.
A lot
If I'm
harder.
honest.
Yeah.
I
I
wasn't
mean,
expecting
you
it.
fucked both Japanese beers, man.
I'm
I
still
can't believe
amazed.
that.
I'm
True to
amazed.
heritage.
I can't believe that.
I don't know how I did it. Can you let me try these beers?
Okay.
Maybe I forgot what they taste like.
Yeah, come over and try, bro.
Bro, how?
So that's okay. I'll may as well
Give me
leave
the
I'll
two
leave the-
Japanese. Give me the 2
I'll
Japanese
leave the
beers.
list out now.
I think we went too quickly, to be honest. We were just drinking them.
powering through it.
Well, how long did that?
But we
take?
don't have much. We got like a few minutes left on the podcast anyway.
Yeah, but did you want to talk about?
Unless you want to go overtime, we can always go overtime.
Yeah, talk a little bit more.
OT baby.
We got some stuff we want to talk about.
Yeah. Okay. There's number 1, Josh. So that's
Let me taste it.
that's your behemoth. I mean, you don't really.
The
need to taste
IPAs
it,
and-
no.
The IPAs and APAs were the easiest to defer.
Okay.
Just
Like,
give
you
me
knew
the,
straight away which ones
Asahi,
those were.
I think.
Okay. So that's Asahi, and that's Sapporo.
Okay.
That's Asahi.
So you made me question the APA IPA when you mentioned it because I remember drinking the APA.
I know exactly what that tastes like.
What is that?
It's Asahi.
It is.
Man.
Did I say Asahi for that one? No.
Which
did
one?
we all get that wrong?
Which one's that?
Number 3. What did we say?
That's number
three?
5.
Yeah, that's the Sapporo one.
Ah, no. Number 3 was Asahi. Number 3 was Asahi.
So number 5 was Asahi.
What did I put down?
number
for
5
3?
was Sapporo. You put down. We all said Stella.
Oh, really?
Oh, we
But the
messed
thing
that one
was,
up.
but remember, I sat there and I said, "Yo, this is either a Stella or an Asahi."
Alright, give the man bonus points.
I did say this isn't a Stella,
Yeah,
and I
you
was
did.
tossed up. I was fucking hell.
Speak
I-
English, mate. You're hammered.
Fucking drunk. No, I was tossed up between Stella and Asahi, and I went with Stella.
Okay,
Fucking
okay.
dumbly.
So Liam leads all halftime contests 1-0.
So 6-4.
We're tied.
6-4 at the moment.
Yeah,
Wait,
me and Josh are
6
tied.
4-4.
There's
So
a little
well,
lose.
I think
I'll
we
take
should-
that. I didn't lose.
we'll keep the point leaderboard.
We should count wins, right?
Wins.
Or
Okay.
or no, we go first, second, third, right?
Okay.
So you're on 1 point.
first, and then you guys are tied second.
So and lowest score wins.
Lowest score wins.
Great.
Right.
And we'll have
I'm
it.
gonna lose on purpose.
We'll have a brand new, exciting segment for
Yeah.
you next week.
Yeah.
If you got some good segment ideas, definitely give us
Yeah.
a buzz.
If you've made it 58 minutes into the podcast, please let us know your ideas for the segments.
All right. Well, you wanted to talk about was it called nostalgia?
Nostalgia, because you didn't know what that was, right?
Nostalgia.
Okay.
Well, I did. The thing was I didn't know.
Probably
when
just
you-
reading the message and you're like, what the fuck is
I
that?
didn't know how to
Right,
pronounce
right,
the
right.
word, to be honest.
Okay.
I'll
So-
end
You gonna
with
sit there
a
for the rest of the pod.
Yeah, I can just sit here. This
Okay.
is fine.
So,
Yeah.
go for it.
I'll lightly touch on it because I do want to talk about it in a different podcast.
Okay.
Definitely a little bit.
All right, just get the people's minds working.
Okay, so I think for especially this generation of people, it probably happens to a lot to other people, but we talk about it the most. I think reminiscing on older times, and we talked about it in the last podcast, where you didn't have your cell phone.
Yeah.
I think that's like what nostalgia is, and I think it's a drug. So when you think of like if you guys played PlayStation or something when you were kids,
Yeah.
and you hear that jingle, right? You hear like the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2
Yes.
sounds. Do you get chills?
So yeah,
You get
I
chills,
do from
right?
PlayStation 2.
Mm.
Even like the Transformers movie, 2007,
Yeah.
when you hear the Arrival to
Oh,
Earth.
really captivating and great things from your childhood.
Yeah,
that-
so
that
you,
you haven't
Caribbean
returned to.
theme song.
yeah,
Yeah.
you remember those things because
Yeah.
you remember exactly where you were at the moment where you heard that for the first time.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think that's why nostalgia is like insane, because you can get off on nostalgia, man.
Get off on it.
You can get off on
You
nostalgia.
can really
You
get
can
off
just-
on it.
Yeah.
You can think of something and then you get chills. You're like, oh, like those were good times.
Yeah.
Like you get home from school. You're
Yeah.
saying like you turn on Disney Channel. You have like a bowl of
Yes.
cereal after school.
Watching Sweet Life of Zack and Cody on
Yeah.
Disney Channel when you get home.
And I think nostalgia is like a pretty crazy
So-
thing that happens to the human mind, because it's like,
So would you?
what triggers that? It's like a vivid memory in your head that you can always pull out of your memory.
I guess it's just something that is like, obviously has some meaning to you, right?
Yeah.
Like what would you say your biggest was it nostalgia?
Yeah. So the biggest nostalgia thing for me.
If you had to say
Oh,
something off the
that's-
top of your head,
That's
like
very hard.
I've got one.
So
already
I
in
have
my
this
head.
I have this one of nostalgia where I think I went to New Plymouth with my family one New Year's. So it was
Yeah.
around my birthday, and because one of our family friends lived down there with their other family, used to, and there was this like lantern festival, like light festival thing happening there.
Yep.
And when I was a kid, you know, everything seems like really massive and big.
Yeah.
I remember going there, and I can remember every single step I took
Hmm.
in that place, and every single area I went to. I can remember the shape of the place. It was shaped like a big, like mound,
Yeah.
like quarry looking place with like grass and then trees everywhere and like
Okay.
lights hanging off trees. And for me, it didn't even seem real when I think about it. Like it just seems like a dream to me,
Okay.
because like I've run through like my memories and I think of like the place and it just doesn't seem real.
Yeah.
And then it like makes me like, holy shit! Like
But
I
you-
lived
yeah.
through times which didn't even seem like they were real.
yeah.
Mm.
And that's why I think like nostalgia is like
It's just
so
something that
crazy.
always like sticks in your memory and
Yeah.
that sort of shit.
But
yeah.
it sticks in your memory, but you really don't remember it happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the way you remember it is really unreal,
Yeah.
right? Because it's not.
It's not something
It's
you
not
think
as-
like, oh, it's not a big part of my life that I should remember.
You don't remember it in the same way that you did something good like last week.
Yeah.
Right. It's a really surreal and like mystical and magical memory.
Yeah. So what
Um,
activates that part of your brain to say like, oh, we're gonna record this for when you're like
Does it have to-
22 years old?
Does it have to be something that you like?
It's something you experience.
Does it have? Could it be something like for me? I would say like when I won my first gold medal for like in karate for New Zealand.
Yeah.
Like at the Commonwealth's karate games.
That's a good moment, right? And you
Yeah,
remember
bro. I remember the
everything
head
from that
kick,
moment.
last few seconds, fucking won me the medal, man.
I
Yeah.
would say
Staying on top of that
nostalgia-
podium, just like.
Sorry.
No, I was
I
like
think-
saying like, does it have to be like a?
I don't think
actual-
it's not a big moment. It's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that you can reminisce on, and
Right.
it just gives you like a bit of a chill. Like you think about it, and it's like, oh wow, like
Okay.
that.
It's like
That gave me a high back in the day.
Yeah.
That made me feel so good.
What would you say?
I'd say it's like everyday moments. Like my biggest nostalgia memory is my first house that I lived in was in Maringi Bay, and it had a lot of nice. It was surrounded by a lot of bush,
Yeah.
and it was like a real, like nice place to grow up, like gardens, like big trees, and just remembering, walking through certain parts of the outside
Mm.
really gives you nostalgia. Or
Yeah.
really gives me nostalgia. And it's not necessarily one specific thing, but it's just the memory of that place and
Yeah.
how like really like special it was when I was that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what I remember.
I agree with that because I remember when I first moved
It's houses as well. That's
when I
definitely
first moved
nostalgia.
houses, bro. I remember that day like pretty well.
Yeah.
I remember moving house. I remember like at school getting like lunch at the tuck shop because I never got like tuck shop lunches when I was in
Yeah.
primary school. But I remember that day getting it because mum and dad were like moving. So
Right.
mum was like, "Fuck, I'm not making you lunch today. You can get fucked.
Man,
I'll
that's
just give you some money. You
yeah.
can get something from the tuck shop." And I remember that shit. So like,
How old were you when you moved?
I would have been, yeah. What the fuck? Maybe
Primary
I think
school?
it would have been. Yeah, I would have been like year 7. No, it's not year 7. I would have been about 7. I think I would have been about 7.
Year 7.
3?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah,
Year
That's
3.
year 3.
yeah.
Damn.
So do you have nostalgic memories about the first house?
I remember a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Like bits and pieces. Like I remember having like birthday parties when I was like real young, and when I had like my 2 big dogs, And every time we used to have like a birthday or like a gathering, like the kids would all be running around like screaming and shit. And one of my dogs was like pretty fucking protective, and she'd have to get like put away in a room.
Yeah.
She'd fucking freak and just be like, "Yo, this motherfucker's getting hurt.
Yeah.
Like I need to fucking step in." And she'd just like chase, like fucking bark, teeth out, gums back, just.
Yeah.
I remember shit like that,
Yeah.
but like I don't remember like too much in terms of physical memory.
So the thing I find interesting about nostalgia and how it's like, I said it's a drug,
Yeah.
is it's almost like nostalgia is your brain telling you like you want more times like these
Right.
to fill your memory. And that's why it keeps reminding you of these things, and you get like chills. You're like, oh, I remember these good times.
Mm.
And for me, it's very weird because I feel a lot of kids now growing up in the smartphone age and
Technology
technology
fucking
and
era.
stuff, I feel like it takes away those nostalgic memories from kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not gonna have those.
Which kid is
memories.
gonna leave the house to go to like
Yeah.
a lantern festival when they're 5 years old, when they can just play Fortnite on their phone or like watch a video on something?
Bro, how many kids honestly do you see like playing with toys or like sets unless they're on like a iPad or a smartphone?
It's weird, eh? It's very
honestly
weird.
like how many kids do you really see that actually like do the shit you did as a kid, man?
I think for me, what gave me the like, I think a lot of people I know are quite creative. Like, I know you guys are creative guys. For me, what made me really creative was fucking around with Lego blocks all day.
Yeah, bro, I play with a lot of Lego.
Playing with Lego, it challenges your mind.
Yeah.
Whereas what we do now on our phones, it's like it doesn't
Bro, I
challenge you at
fucking
all.
love Lego.
I love Lego, man. I still buy it. I have like,
You do,
I
yeah.
have like 4 Lego sets in front of my TV, just all Star Wars Lego sets.
Should we make How Good written out of Lego?
We could. That's always an idea.
How Good out of Lego.
How good out of Lego,
Definitely.
yeah. But nah, so wrapping up on nostalgia, man. I'll definitely talk about it another time.
Yeah.
But
I'm definitely going to go more.
I think it's crazy. So yeah, what I was saying before was I think it's your brain telling you need more times like these.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Which blows my mind because
Yeah.
that's your brain unconsciously doing stuff and being like,
Bro.
look, you need more times like these.
Yeah, man.
Get off your phone and do something, because it's mostly times when you like look at things on your phone that you get that nostalgia hit, right?
Yeah.
It reminds you. It's like
You see something in a video or like in a post or something like, and you go like, oh, I remember like something like that happening,
Yeah.
or like something a sound comes on.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit, I remember that from when I was like 5 or
Yeah.
6. Yeah, definitely, man. Like I remember watching what was that game? Was it Abe's Odyssey? Was it Abe's Odyssey? Is that what it's called? On PlayStation 1? That little green motherfucker used to like you just run like along the walls and shit. You really look
I do recognize the
It
name.
was such a good game.
For me, PlayStation 1 game would have been like Lego Racer or something like that. Lego Races.
Lego Star Wars.
Lego
On
Star Wars.
Xbox?
That was PlayStation 2. That
I
was
think I
good
played it on
times
the
as well.
Xbox. Just the basic Xbox, maybe.
It was, yeah.
I used to play it at my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
Because every time I used to go around there, I'd be like, I'll just play Xbox or some shit. If it was
Yeah.
a shit day,
Yeah.
me and my brother would just play Lego Star Wars.
Man.
No, games definitely do give me nostalgia as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there'll be nostalgia about Fortnite in the future.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
guaranteed there will be.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing about nostalgia these days, right? We get hit by it so hard that, there's Spyro remastered, there's Crash Bandicoot
Yeah.
remastered. It's because everyone wants to go back to the old times
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
how it was. No one gives a shit about all this new stuff that's coming out,
Yeah.
except Fortnite.
Yeah.
But
Except the people that have no idea about it.
yeah,
On the first time it came out, right?
But then again, there's got to be a difference between childhood nostalgia and nostalgia looking back on your 20s and 30s.
yeah,
Because
'Cause
childhood's really unique, where
Yeah.
you're like really protected and safe, and
How much
you don't
of
have a
your
lot of
childhood
worries.
do you actually remember?
I don't remember much of my childhood.
I
remember
if I'm
that.
honest, I don't remember a lot.
I remember
man.
my houses I went to, my schools.
Yeah,
I remember most of my tenors.
yeah. I remember most of my karate.
And that's basically it. Just those 3 things. I can't remember
man.
much in between.
Like your physical
holidays.
physical memory of it is pretty
light.
Pretty
It's
low,
very
yeah.
blank. You can remember locations. I think
Yeah.
just snapshots of where you've been is probably.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, but the
I'm the
crazy
same.
thing is with how memory works, if your parents were to remind you of certain things, they might come back
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then having remembered those things, you might be able to remember things along that line or similar things that happened.
Yeah.
because I know like it's really hard to recall like a lot of stories from that time. But if I sit down and think about it, more things start to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right. That makes sense.
Like the weirdest thing I remember about my like grandparents' house when I was like 5 is that there was like a half pipe at the top of the street. I don't remember any of the houses. I don't remember the landscape of the street. I just remember there was a half pipe.
Did you go down it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, actually no. You probably once I probably slid down it
On your
and a
ass.
nail got caught in my bloody leg. But that's all I remember of my grandparents' house was a half pipe at the top of the street. I don't remember the house at all. I don't remember the layout of the house.
Bro, just thinking of that, what you just said reminded me of like walking back. You know, remember how there was that ice rink in Glenfield? Well, not the ice rink. I think it's like a rollerblading arena.
Active Zone.
Is that called Active Zone? I can't
Yeah, the
remember what it's
one
called.
across from
It's down from the
Postman's
mall.
Leg.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember walking out of there one time. I don't know how old I would have been. Maybe around 11, around that sort of age. I don't really know. I remember walking barefoot. Just you reminded me like saying you like hit your leg. I don't know how it reminded me, but I stood on a fucking wasp and it stung me.
Yeah.
And just like this shit like that, like pain like that. And you
Nostalgia's
remember
a drug,
it just
man.
from people like just bring that shit up. That's crazy, man.
Bionicle ads.
Yeah. I just made me remember that.
Bionicle adverts is like another one for me, man.
You just fucked my mind. You fucked it. Alright, well, we're at an hour 10.
Hour 10. Do we want to mention anything else? We could probably go hour 20, hour 30.
20.
Yeah, I did say that I had a story from
Okay.
the exchange, so
Far away, man.
Well, I'd like to hear the
Far away.
story.
we
far
can
away.
go with it. So this was right at the start of my school semester. So I was in a class and we got into a group.
Mhm.
And there was a girl in the group, and
Uh-oh.
we got along well. And she invited me out on a date.
Is this the one...
Yes. We all love this.
I'll say it.
I know.
Okay, so
This is good.
I say like, yeah, sure, let's go on this date.
Yeah.
She was nice, pretty, you know, etc., etc.
Where was she from?
She was American,
American?
Southern.
Your mum's going to be listening to this, man.
That's fun.
Mum.
She'll realise how much of a good lad he is.
I swear I'm a capable man.
And so we agreed to go out to a bar like 30 minutes travel away, in a place called Adams Morgan. And so on the way there, I'm like maybe running a little bit late, just because I'm generally,
Token.
you know, Mitch
Josh
knows.
Josh time.
You're in
Yeah.
Josh time.
A little bit late.
It's like, I'll be there at 9:30.
But at this
10.
stage, if things go well, it's fashionably late. So,
Alright.
so
Hey.
we're doing
So
well.
what time were you meant to be there and what time did you
I
get
can't
there?
remember.
Roughly,
Let's say
if you had to guess.
I was supposed to be there at 7.
Yep.
And it was 6:35, and I had half an hour to get there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, also I ordered like a empanada or something, which may be a little bit
A
later.
watermelon?
Like a
Okay.
like a Spanish like a Spanish food from Wawa.
Okay.
But so that made me a bit
It's
late.
like a wrap.
But anyway, so this was like right at the start, so I didn't really know the area. So I get off the train, and then there's like another 7-minute walk once you get off the train. And then I start walking, and I'd done the walk once, and I'd been drunk. And someone knew how to get there, so I was just following them. And I knew you had to walk across a bridge, right? So I get off the train, I walk in a straight line, I see this bridge, like, yes, this is the bridge, let's go. Walk down the bridge, I get to the end and realize that I'm not really going the right way, but I keep going anyway.
Where am I?
Because like the two bridges, I can actually see the other bridge once I'm at the end, and the other bridge is sort of in a similar place, so I'm kind of heading in the right direction. But by this time I know I'm gonna be late, and so
So Josh, why couldn't you text her?
Yeah.
I did text her. I think I texted her saying I was gonna be late.
Okay.
Anyway, I
Gentleman
try to get like one of these like Uber, like in the States they have these Uber bikes. So I try to get on a bike.
Yeah, another one.
I'm like trying to unlock it because I'm trying to like now get there quickly. I'm trying to use those like electric scooters and the bikes to help me get there faster.
Desperate
Yep.
times.
And
Desperate message.
so
What?
I fucked that up. Carry
You
on.
did. Sorry, continue, Josh.
so I spend actually a long time because I'm pretty sure like this bike's gonna get me there quicker, trying to like put my credit card into the app and like get the thing working. I can't get it working. I get on the bike to try ride it. I ride like 10 meters, it locks on me. And so now I'm like I'm like 5 minutes.
Now my arms are completely scuffed and my knees are torn
Just
because I
fucking
fell off
over
the
the
bike.
handlebar, just fucking.
Yeah. So now I'm already like 10 minutes late by this point, and I've walked in the wrong direction. So I'm like a 35-minute walk away.
Oh god.
Not 35, like 20 minutes or something.
Great way.
And so I just start running. I'm like, all right, I just gotta run it. I open up maps. I figure out how to get there. I start running. I'm gonna be like 30 minutes late by this point. So I run it in, and I leave this poor girl by herself for like 35 minutes.
God.
And then so she's like, it's like happy hour. There's a lot of people around. She's got a table for us. She's sitting at a table, and there's like a lot of people. And so she would have just been sitting at the table by herself for like about 30 minutes, which is obviously like a bit of a stand-up.
Poor lad.
But she was nice, but she waited. So we had a nice time, got some drinks. I said, you know what, I'll pay for this since I was late. I'll pay for this. And then maybe you can get drinks at another bar if we go to another bar. And I reached for my card, and I realized that in riding the bike, the card has slipped out of my pants when I was trying to ride that bike.
The 10 meters.
The 10 meters, it slipped out of my pants. And so I go, I'm sorry I was late. Why don't I get this one for you? And then we can split the next one or whatever.
She's like, okay, I've left. And she's left the bar.
And she's like, that sounds nice. You're really sweet. I reach for my pocket. Actually, you might have to pay for this one, actually.
Oh, my
Oh,
God,
dude.
man.
How much did you spend in the night?
It's expensive, very expensive over there. So she had to pay about $50.
US.
No, she had to pay 60 because
That's not too bad.
US.
60 US. It's
That's
not
about
too bad
100
though.
New Zealand.
But that
yeah,
was
but she earns US money, right? She's from the US.
You still earn less over there, though.
Yeah, but like $50 at the end of the day is not like in the whole scheme of things, it's not like shit.
Yeah.
It could have been like 200.
Yeah.
But I owed her. I said I'd pay her back. I ended up paying her back like one of the last days of the semester. But honestly, because like I was waiting for my card to arrive because I'd lost my card, and I ordered a new one from New Zealand.
Did you cancel the other one?
I cancelled it, ordered it, whatever. It took a long time to arrive. I had a bit of trouble with that.
Yeah.
But she was actually in my group as well, and we didn't end up seeing each other for a few reasons. But
I can guess the reasons.
but thankfully she was really nice. Like we had a good group. Like everything went well.
Yeah.
But that was a really funny stitch-up moment
Oh, man.
that I did
That's
to
a
this
great
girl.
way to, I guess, finish the pod. With a
Yeah.
great
What a story, man. It gets better every time.
I knew
I learned
as soon as you
small details every
as soon as you started, I was like, I fucking know this story. I know. I was
So I had this
Yeah.
date in Washington. It's like, yeah, we know this one.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, man, that's a great story. Well,
Thank you, man.
not for her.
Yeah.
It's a night she doesn't want to remember.
What was her name? Oh, we shouldn't
Yeah,
I
discuss
keep-
can
that.
say it. I can say it.
Okay.
It was Abby.
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 And she was, what, Spanish?
No,
No, this is not the Spanish.
different
Okay.
girl.
Different
but,
girl.
Different girl.
Yeah, it was
Abby from North Carolina.
Okay.
North Carolina.
She was American.
She had a really nice like southern accent.
Yeah.
But we didn't date for a few reasons.
Howdy.
A few reasons.
Well,
Those reasons?
I'll keep those reasons.
Okay.
You were leaving.
Private.
Is that
I was
one reason?
leaving. That was the biggest reason. But-
You weren't going to be around
Yeah.
anymore.
yeah, exactly. So
Went around, couldn't pay.
was not.
How about we reckon we
Should we wrap it up?
finish the podcast on a high
Yeah, we
note?
should wrap it up.
Great. All right.
On that high note.
Can we even call that a high note, though? I guess
That's
it's
a fucking high
good
note.
story.
That's a high
So
note.
that's
Funny
the high note
story.
of it.
That's a high note.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to add towards the end? Anything you want to say about the future of the podcast? Any insights onto
Nah.
what you guys want to?
We'll have a good segment next week. I'm
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Another fun segment.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
If you're listening this long, thank
Yeah,
you
we'll
very
be
much.
posting stuff on Instagram, or
Yeah.
trying to post stuff more frequently on Instagram.
I'll also add timestamps to the video.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if people don't actually want to listen to the BS segment part, they don't give a fuck. I'll
Mm.
put the start of
Yep.
wherever we
we started
ended
talking
and
about,
then
yeah.
I'll do most, but I won't cut into like small parts. Like, oh, we talked about Star Wars for this section.
Yeah.
I'll just mostly do
movies.
like, oh, you can skip the bear segment if you like from this point.
Yep.
Are we going to stick to YouTube or are we going to Spotify?
We are gonna try Spotify, just so
this
people.
one?
I will download the other ones as well and put them on Spotify too.
Okay.
Great.
So I can just download them straight from YouTube and do it on. So
we put them on both sites or no?
I think we should do both.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
YouTube's a bit more accurate as well because you can actually schedule the video times, and then
Yeah.
once we schedule the video times, then I'll time it for Spotify as well.
Yeah, I
if
think we
can
should
do
do both at least to start with.
Yeah.
Because that way we can still, if Spotify fucks up, we can still kind of see what, YouTube's going to be pretty reliable.
that. Yeah,
So
YouTube always works, whereas I guess Spotify.
I just know YouTube sucks because you can't close the app.
Yeah,
So you
that's the big thing.
that's the reason I want to put it on Spotify.
Yeah, that's the
'cause,
reason I wanted
I mean,
to put it
for
on Spotify
commute
first
as well,
place.
you can just download the podcast and sit on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to have YouTube Plus or whatever to actually
No one
download our
fucking
podcast and
gets
listen
YouTube
on
Plus, bro.
commute.
No.
So
The amount of times I closed that ad.
Oh,
is
I've closed it.
ridiculous.
I close it every time I open YouTube.
Yeah,
start your
it comes up
free
every
1 month trial. Leave me alone.
I still don't want
It's
it.
like, no, I don't want to
want
do
it.
this. No.
I'll start this trial later when I'll never do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Alright, I reckon we close it up there. So
All right.
thank you for
Okay.
listening to the
Yeah.
How Good podcast.
Again,
Thank you.
please give us feedback if you have any.
Open to
And
suggestions.
if you made it this far, give us a vote.
Yep.
Like, comment down below.
Yeah.
Who you
Right.
think's gonna win the next
Swipe up.
beer segment?
Yes.
Who's gonna win the
Yes.
next beer
Yes.
segment?
And try pick some different beers
Yep.
and
I'd recommend beers. Yeah, that's a good one.
Beers,
different
yeah.
beers or different sectors. Maybe.
Sectors?
Yeah. So like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
gotcha,
maybe
South American
yeah.
or
And-
yada yada.
might not be beer. Maybe
Wine?
maybe we do a wine. Maybe we do
Spirits?
spirits. If we
Or
want
a-
to get real fucked up.
Or a different game entirely.
G Fuel.
Reggie Miller. Did he say that?
Oh, that's the segment we were gonna talk about.
Oh,
You weren't here when we were talking
No,
about it.
anyway.
I wasn't here.
Let's leave it for.
We'll leave it for now.
another
Yeah,
time.
we'll talk about it next time. Okay, we appreciate you guys making it this far. If you made it this far, so you've been listening to the How Good podcast.
How good.
How good.
See you
How
later,
good.
people. Keep it real.